My name is Peter Anderson. I was born off the coast of Maine, and the sea has been my home for as long as I can remember. My father was a fisherman. My grandfather, too. The smell of salt water, the relentless rhythm of the waves, it's something that stays etched in your memory. I've crossed oceans, seen storms that seemed capable of swallowing the entire sky, but I never imagined that one day the sea would take me somewhere else, a place that shouldn't exist. I'm recording this so that if someone finds what's left of my boat, they'll understand what happened, or at least know what I saw before everything changed. It started as a routine trip. I was sailing alone from Bermuda to the Azores, something I'd done before, nothing extraordinary. I wanted some time to clear my mind, away from the noise, away from the people, away from everything that had begun to seem false and rushed. The boat was a 12.8-meter sloop, fully equipped GPS, satellite radio cameras for recording. I had provisions for weeks, and the forecast promised calm seas. The ocean was smooth as a mirror that first morning. I remember looking down and seeing my own reflection, blue eyes staring back at me, the sun burning my skin, my hair pulled back so it wouldn't fall in my face. It was perfect. Almost too perfect. On the second night, I started noticing something strange. The compass needle began to tremble, spinning for a few seconds before correcting itself. The GPS froze twice and then restarted. At first, I blamed solar interference. These things happened, but then the radio went silent. It wasn't static, just silence. As if you weren't connected to anything. I tried the emergency channel. Nothing. I tried my cell phone. The satellite connection, no signal. I remember laughing to myself, saying, "Okay, Peter, you wanted isolation, so you got it, but deep down something felt wrong." The air felt heavier, the light more diffused. It's hard to describe, as if the world were holding its breath. At dawn, the sea had changed color. It was no longer blue. It was a deep, almost metallic gray, even under a clear sky. The horizon had disappeared, blurred into the same color as the water, so there was no sense of distance. I couldn't distinguish where the ocean ended and the air began. I checked the GPS again. It showed coordinates that didn't exist, latitude and longitude, both just 0.00000, as if I were floating on the edge of a digital map, beyond the reach of satellites. I remember my stomach clenching. It wasn't fear yet, but something close, something that whispers before you admit you're in trouble. On the third day, things got worse. I heard a sound I still can't explain, a low hum, like that of a distant, but constant, deeper engine vibrating through the hull. It wasn't wind. It wasn't waves. It seemed to come from beneath me, as if something enormous were moving under the surface. I threw the hydrophone into the water. Nothing but that same hum, constant, rhythmic, almost like breathing. I thought I might be near some kind of underwater installation, a research base perhaps, but there shouldn't be anything like that for hundreds of kilometers. And then, the fog appeared. It came out of nowhere. 1 second the horizon was clear. The next it was completely swallowed. A dense, silvery mist covered the water like smoke. I tried to turn the boat around, but no matter which way I steered it, the fog remained the same distance away, as if I were sailing in circles. The air temperature suddenly dropped. I could see my breath, even though the forecast was 26 degrees Celsius. The hum grew louder. I don't know what made me do it, but I grabbed my camera and started filming. "Day 3, I said, my voice trembling. "I think I'm in some kind of weather anomaly. Equipment malfunction. Zero visibility." When I played the recording later, my voice sounded distant, distorted, as if it had been recorded underwater. Around midnight, I saw lights, weak at first, like stars reflected on the surface. Then, brighter, pulsating, arranged in a meaningless pattern, concentric circles, slowly rotating, almost hypnotic. The mist shimmered with them, rippling in colors I can't even name. The hum synchronized with the lights, pulsing in the same rhythm. I felt dizzy, as if the very air were vibrating inside me. I reached for the controls, tried to turn the boat again, but the steering wheel was locked. I swear he wasn't imagining things. The compass needle detached from the dial and hovered for a second before abruptly dropping again. Then, everything went dark. When he woke up, it was day again, but the sky was strange. Too bright, too white, like a constant midday sun without any warmth. The water was still, without even a ripple. I tried the GPS. It showed numbers again, but meaningless coordinates. Primera? Checked.